hello.
Hi, guys. Come. Please come. Simba, sit.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Well, sure. I'm Ashish Bhasin. I'm the co-founder and chairman of the RD&X Network. Very recent assignment that I've taken up.
Describe yourself in one sentence.
Well, that's a hard one. I'd like to think of myself as a very determined, happy professional.
Describe your professional self in a hashtag.
Hashtag go for it.
Which city did you grow up in?
Mostly Mumbai. I was born in Delhi. I spent a few years in Nainital, but most of my early education, school, college has been in Mumbai.
What was your first job?
Well, so from after MBA, I straight away joined Lintas as a management trainee, which was then one of the most prominent advertising agencies in India.
Who are the key influencers in your life?
Well, at a personal level, I would say my father's probably been the biggest influencer. I've learned a lot from him.
What, according to you, is your biggest achievement till date?
The thing that makes me most proud is the number of leaders I've built. So many of the agency groups you see, or many startups, or many companies that you see are today headed by people who have worked, who are my colleagues who've worked with me. And I really feel proud of that.
Your role model would be?
Well, I quite like Warren Buffett because I think he's one person who really sticks to what he believes in. And I'm not big in the investment field, etc. But I think the principles that he outlines and the consistency, that quite appeals to me.
One quote from a book or a movie that changed your life?
Well, I would like to think it'll be Julius Caesar, Shakespeare, when Cassius actually tells Brutus that men sometimes are masters of their fate. The fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but we ourselves, that we are underlings.
3 things that are non-negotiable to you.
One is honesty and integrity. The second is hard work, certainly. And the third thing is being a good human being, being a good person, because I think irrespective of what you're doing, which profession you're in, it's very important to be a good human being.
One secret skill you have.
I persevere a lot. I'm very resilient. I just don't give up.
If you could have superpower, what would it be?
I think it would be to be able to get along with people very well in different circumstances without giving up what I stand for.
A CSR program your company is aligned with?
So one of the things that started was One Day for Change. It was one day where the entire company would come out and physically do something for a cause that you would take. Most of the years we adopted children and children's education as the cause. And I think it was magical because people really like to contribute back if they get an opportunity to society.
What is your business mantra?
Well, there is some, actually my principal told me this on the last day of my 10th standard, and it has stuck into me and has become my business mantra, my life mantra in fact. And he said, and I always tell my children this, that devotion to duty determines your destiny.
What are the 3 qualities one needs to excel in this business?
You'll be surprised. My view on this is very different. Everybody thinks that if you're in advertising, you need creativity, you need, some skills. Of course, you need all of that. But the biggest skill you need is the ability to withstand stress. This is a deadline-oriented, highly stressful business. If you're not able to cope and handle stress, you're not going to work. So resilience, handling stress, ability to handle stress, I think is key.
What were the challenges faced by you?
Look, in a profession like advertising, challenges are every day, right? And they come in different forms. Resources are always tight, deadlines are always tight. I was a science student and then with an MBA background, so I didn't have any inkling of advertising. So the first challenge was learning and understanding that business and being the best in it. The other bit that this profession throws at you is that no 2 days are alike. Every day there is some change that is happening. So you have to keep yourself up to date, up to speed.
Your breakthrough projects?
The first real big brand I worked on was Literal, which I worked on for many years. And that was a very good experience for me. I sort of shepherded that brand in some very difficult circumstances. and then it was again very successful after a very good launch. I think completely turning around a sleepy, dead branch of Lintas Madras into what then went on to win the Agency of the Year, that was great.
What is next in line?
Well, as you probably know, I've already co-founded a startup where I'm going to be the chairman and the co-founder of RD&X Network. This is platform-based advertising because I believe the future of advertising is now going to be platform-based.
Your quick advice to young leaders.
I think I would just urge them to think long-term and not short-term. So my advice to young leaders would be that for every action that you're taking, every decision you're taking, think of the long-term consequences of it and you won't go wrong.
What are the most sustainable ways of marketing?
I think for sustainability, there needs to be a lot of sensitivity to the community that needs to come into marketing.
One tagline of a brand that you love the most.
Well, I think it would be Nike's Just Do It.
Latest campaigns which were extremely innovative and impactful?
I think the recent campaign which did wonders at Cannes, the unfiltered history of, which is around the British Museum, has created a world record, has put India on the global advertising map for the first time at that scale. Got millions and millions of views, has been talked about, and has made Dentsu Web Chutney or Dentsu Creative Bangalore the creative agency of the year globally. I think that's a remarkable campaign.
Explain your journey being CEO APAC at Dentsu International in one sentence.
I would say exciting, thrilling, challenging, difficult, but very fulfilling.
How do you see the future of advertising in India and across?
To me, I'm very clear. The future of advertising in India or globally is got to be platform-based. There's no other way you can. It's going to be humanly impossible to do it otherwise.
How to recreate a sustainable value in business?
Don't go for any short-term, easy solutions. Go for the harder solutions. They may be difficult now, but that is what will make your business sustainable in the long run.
Define your title game changer in marketing space.
Look, I've always done things differently. I've probably been one of the few or maybe the only person who brought the business aspect into advertising at such a scale. Acquisitions as a strategy was hardly ever used in India, and we were very, very successful in that. So every time I've tried to do something which is game changing, so it's a title I'm very proud of.
What was the idea behind Our Dnx Network?
Well, the idea was that, like I said, the world is going digital in a big way. You are going to need platform-based advertising is going to be the future. So you're going to need a platform. You need a marriage of tech and creativity. And I think probably India is the best place in the world to provide it.
The best life lesson you have learned from your parents?
I think the value of family, love and affection, that is an incredible lesson that they both taught me.
Favorite childhood memory with your parents?
If you're a Punjabi, a lot of the memories are always around food and holidays and fun and frolic that you have.
Your favorite person to go to when you are sad?
It's normally my children or my wife. My father's passed away, so earlier it probably could have been him, but it's normally now my children or my wife.
What inspired you to join the Della Leaders Club?
Well, when they approached me, I thought it was a good idea to have a community where, you could talk with like-minded people, listen and learn from each other's experience. So that's the reason that I agreed to join it.
With DLC, how do you intend to inspire people?
Well, I hope sharing my story will inspire some people as well, just as much as I would like to learn from other people's stories. And if there is any learning or any experience sharing that I can help with, happy to do that.
What, according to you, makes DLC a unique organization?
I think the fact that you're creating a community where people can come together and share their experiences, others can learn from it and exchange, and that too at a global level, I think that's what makes it unique.
A message that you would like to give to our viewers?
Well, I would say never lose your quest for learning. It's never too late to learn in life, and the way things are changing, all of us have to keep evolving and learning every single day. So keep at it.